killer. Can't put back a red on the Rasta man a pillar. She's just a sweet killer. Can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man a villa. She's just a sweet killer. Me one day for she kill off Jacob Miller. She's just a sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer, yeah. Enough get tricked by your looks, I know she talking how she smiles, I know she walking She will make you daydreaming at the park, Drift away with a broken heart, Take your free books to get no joke, you play not, Oh, she provides well if you're distraught, Make you feeling sad and dark, So she stay, so she make her mark, She's a sweet killer. Can't put back a red on the Rasta man pillar. She's just a sweet killer. Can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man umbrella. She's just a sweet killer. My one day for she kill off Jacob Miller. She's just a sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer. I got to leave her. She's just a deceiver. I know it no more than ever. Though she gives the sweetest pleasure, yeah. I put a block on her number. It makes my heart go thunder. I don't wanna surrender. She's like a devil down under. She got man locked in her palm with her crazy looks and charm. As she get where she wants, so she gone. Don't got that stress start to what that is the norm. She's not the feeling type. She all about the fame and the money and the hype. She's like the stealing type. Can't get no loving if your money don't right. Sweet killer. Can't put back a red on the Rasta man pillar. She's just a sweet killer. Can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man villa. She's just a sweet killer. Me one day for she kill off Jacob Miller. She's just a sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer. Hey, stop, stop, yeah. She make you don't know which way to turn. I've been circles gone round and around. Many men didn't learn that living with a burn. She's a gamer, big time player. She'll make you cry a river to call you gold and silver. Sweet killer. Can't put back a red on the Rasta man pillar. She's just a sweet killer. Can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man pillar. She's just a sweet killer. Me one day for she kill off Jacob Miller. She's just a sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer. Can't put back a red on the Rasta man pillar. She's just a sweet killer. Can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man villa. She's just a sweet killer.
Ow, 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 ow. We're the survivors. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. We're the survivors. How can you be sitting there telling me that you care? When every time I look around, the people suffer in the suffering in every way. In When you talk about fight, then you talk about me. Born survivor from in my mother belly. Broke barriers, revolutionary. That's my mentality. Can't hold me down with slavery. Like the great Bob Marley, me emancipated, not incarcerated. Can't let me down with such a part for exonerated. Let me elevate it, yo. I just meant it of a black woman. Me say loud and proud, but I for me, yeah, man, yeah. Look how my good means a soul survivor. So them send for the bad guy to done up this life.
Yeah, watch you now. Hey, Palomino. Are you gonna? I'm a hunting like a tiger, dexterity of a spider. In the street survivor like a busman or a taxi driver. I got a yet a young rider. Cause you fi skiller than MacGyver fi survive them tiger. Hey, watch your style ya. Enough of them juvenile ya, them out them kaya. Young and restless, running breathless like a quarter miler. A ton provider can't depend for boil ya. We lay the tracks like how them lay them tile ya.
We're the survivors, the black survivors.
For generations, they had us focused on elocution. That was a distraction, so we wouldn't notice the many intrusions. But Bob Marley done give it a soundtrack for the revolution. And now we load up, ready for burn the road up, create solutions. Not only outrun them, we outsmart and outgun them. We survive, we stay alive, but we try to make it bun them. We see them and now we try, so we get out from among them. Cause the year with them a breed, can't touch it now, we own them. Education, deprivation turned out to be a blessing. Lies, misinformation weaved into every lesson. We paranoia tell we long time not trust it. I know them, I wonder why we both it. But make them know them can't stop we, cause we are. We're the survivors. We are the black survivors. When Marley tell them, we're the survivors. The black survivors. Ow, 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 ow. We're the survivor. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Skill with it, bend it, lyrics, my building it, spilling it. Till my lungs, them now I'm winding it. Give me the rhythm and I'm killing it, willingly. In the beginning, there was a pyramid, still in it. Black survivor, black MacGyver, blacker than Mac a diamond, black for Ivor. In the black style line and the black provider, full black with my diamond socks like Ivor. Hibernate, I know the race I wake up, we are elevate. I know the place I shake up if you violate to make a case and make a revolution like Haiti and Jamaica. Come back a pee, make a pop up a piece. I live it so fast like Asafa feet. And the way me so skill with the pen, I like say me have 7 finger like cassava leaf.
Ow, 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 ow. We're the survivor. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Who them a try stifle? Tell them say them all is them a idle. And to we survive too. We verse them shot just like a rifle. That's word to the Bible. And tell me where you hear the lies to. Send love to we rivals. Cause them know what is survival. Them still our idol. But like we true with music idle. The message is vital. We free survival from our arrival. Old school like a final. But love where the new school a vibe to. So here's what I do. Real love, not why I'll never go fight you.
We're the
Yeah, what?
survivors.
Nice time gonna lead. No vex through Joe Mars on the beat. No vex hit ton gramming on my knees. So we bad lyrically from where I we need. Where the song wanna be, wanna be. Could I drop it tune and do it all 1 a week. All working off it our winning streak. That's all.
Some people got everything. Some people got nothing. Some people got hopes and dreams. Some people have ways and means.
Look.
We're the survivors. The black survivors. We're the survivors. The black survivors.
Ready.
Born for a reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a different episode of Sex at 6 today. We are here in the beautiful Flex FM studios where we inspire, empower, and entertain. As you can see, we flushed the flushed the format today on Flex FM, and we are coming to you from a totally different location. I hope you like the scenery. And of course, not to be thrown off topic at all, I am here in my rated XXX shirt, okay? And I do have something interesting for you guys today. Today we're speaking about nakedness on Sex at 6. I am your host, Gabby Flex. Unfortunately, I'm not joined here by anyone else today, but I can hold it down because the show must go on. So, for those of you who have been watching The Real McCoy Show, which is aired every Monday at 7, and, you know, still stay in tune with Sex at 6 here on a Wednesday, I am definitely the type of person that loves art, right? And as you can see, I do have a piece here that I started, all right? And I do intend to finish this piece with you here today on Sex at 6. And my intention is to also do another one, a silhouette that I will definitely name after the show because I'm going to do it on the show. So this piece I've done, it's been sitting for a while because I'm kind of scared to mess it up. You know, I have the shape, I have everything. She got her waist beads, all of this going on. But I gotta put something in the background. I can't just leave her empty like this, all right? And I'm one of those people that when I have a certain vision, I like to complete it, right? So here we have on canvas, this is my Sex at 6 lady. We could call her the Sex at 6 lady. The one I'm gonna do today, she's gonna be our Sex at 6 silhouette. I do have a plan on doing a silhouette with you today, but this piece today goes perfectly with the topic of nakedness, right? Nakedness. How many of us are not proud to show our naked bodies in public? Most of us, when we talk about being naked in public, it's something that's like a taboo. It's like, naked in public? No way. Some of us won't even wear a 2-piece bikini in public. Ladies and gentlemen, so today we're talking about the psychology of nakedness, right? I do want to take it from an art perspective, of course, because I do have my canvas and my paintings here today, you know, but I do have a printout here with some information. Of course, you know, if you are a regular Sex at 6 viewer, you know, Jamie Flex is the one that always has all this information lined up and ready to go, right? So since she's not here with us today, I still have some information that we will impart on nakedness. And why are people so ashamed of being naked? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ashamed of being naked? How many of you are ashamed of being naked just because that's how you were brought up? Right? How many of you have ever sat in the mirror and looked at yourself and said, ooh, I like what I see? How many of you have ever actually just taken off your clothes and just stood there and just enjoyed all your curves, enjoyed your shape, enjoyed your smile, enjoyed your arms? For those of us who are ladies, enjoyed your boobs. How many of you have taken the time out to just enjoy yourself? Right? Well, here on Sex at 6 today, we are going to be enjoying about we're going to be talking about just enjoying yourself and just the pleasure of being naked. You know, I myself, culturally, it's not something that we do. Sometimes as Jamaicans, we don't even like public display of affection, right? So culturally speaking, it's not something that we do all the time. But there is a psychology to nakedness, right? I'm gonna try to watch my time here today so that I'm still able to bring you this painting, do the other silhouette that I promised, and still talk about the psychology of nakedness. Why not? But I am gonna keep my clothes on, right? Just a little reminder, rated XXX here today on Sex at 6. The topic is family friendly though, we won't take it there. It's just that, you know, it's rated XXX because I don't think I want the kiddies at home looking at my little backshot picture that I got going on right here, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, so here we have, this is a lot of information. I don't know how Jamie did it. She was so good at just picking the important points, right? So there was a study done a few years ago, the BBC television program. I know a lot of us are familiar with BBC, and because it's such a well-known program, we tend to think that some of the information that they share some of the information is factual, right? But they did have a study right, as part of the program. A group of psychologists took a group of ordinary British folk, right, and in a few days they attempted to break down some of the societal prohibitions regarding nakedness. So they're just trying to see amongst these people, what is it that makes you so ashamed to be naked? You know, why aren't you proud of your body? So 8 ordinary people, none of them were nudists, were brought together for the experiment, right? Just to explain why naked bodies make us so uncomfortable. So amongst them was a man, Phil, 39, and Kathy, 40. Kathy's greatest worry was that people would laugh at her. Some of the men in the group were more concerned about inappropriate excitement. I cannot understand. I mean, for a woman, you know, I'm able to mask my excitement because I don't have, it just doesn't show like physically. When I'm excited, sexually aroused, it doesn't show physically. But for men, unfortunately, you men do not have the same privilege, right? Your body parts just start having all these movements involuntarily. Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Sorry about that, guys. That's so unfortunate. So women can get excited underneath the quiet, and you guys just don't have a choice. But I'm sure there are ways that you deal with that. So after a series of experiments, Phil and Kath, who had been so self-conscious at the start, each came face to face with a newly stripped fellow volunteer. They were invited to paint the body in front of them, color-coding every patch of skin to show how uncomfortable they felt touching that part of the body. Red for no-go, and yellow for squirming, and green for fine. So Phil drew the line at coloring his subject's genitals, but Kath had lost all her inhibitions. So Phil wasn't trying to go on her body part, her privates at all. Within moments, she painted her subject completely green. And remember, green is fine, like it's okay to touch. Every inch over a couple of days, the volunteers had unlearned many of the social conventions that normally govern their life and reached a new consensus that permitted them to be naked in each other's company, right? So, I mean, is this, to some of you guys out there, you know, if you were asked to do a body painting on someone, right? I'm sure there's some of the areas that wouldn't go touched at all. You wouldn't touch certain body parts just because, you know, as you were raised, it's like, it's not appropriate to just touch someone's breasts or touch someone's genitals, which is definitely understandable. But there are some other cultures that this is okay with. Right? Of course, you know me, I did my painting. I could touch her in any way that I want to. I created her. I know some of you guys at home are like, damn, the arch, that's your favorite part, right? Right here, right here, right here. Yeah. See, she got her waist beads going on too. So today, I'm not looking forward to finishing her off because I really haven't thought about this, but because I'm always so inspired by my Sex at 6, ladies and gentlemen, I am definitely going to just go ahead and finish her off today. So I'm so happy that you could be here with me for this event, right? So today, like I said, we talk about nakedness, right? And nakedness, what is nakedness to you? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could manage the phone lines today, but I don't think I'll be able to manage that. I got some paints. Some of them are brand new. Some of these paints I haven't even opened yet. You see how special my Sex at 6 family is? So special. Let me just reach offset and get some stuff. So special that I'm actually using some of these paints brand new right here for you. You got it first here, Sex at 6. Even this is new too, my palette. But that's just because Sex at 6 is so special to me. And for those of you joining us at home, of course, I want to thank you for being here. Because without you, this show would not be the show that it is today. Thanks for all your feedback. Thanks for all your questions. I know a lot of my viewers were so excited to hear that I was talking about nakedness. We were supposed to have some special guests in town today, but unfortunately, you know, things happen. And, you know, I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, and some of the information that was supposed to be given today by our special guest, you're just not going to get it until next week. But because I know you're faithful viewers, you will definitely be here next week to tune in as well. I gotta have the gold. Everywhere I go, I take my gold with me. So today I'm thinking of, when I look at this, I think red. Red is such a seductive color that I think I'm gonna have red and gold be the background, right? And it's just Like I said, I have no plan here. I just know that I see red and gold behind her. I'm gonna do a little bit of red, a little bit of gold, and I'm just gonna go with whatever comes to me. I do this a lot, you know, but thankfully, even the great thing about art is even when it doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out, you can still make it a masterpiece on its own, right? I always mixing up my drinking water and my art water. But I'm still standing to tell the tale, so it must not be that bad, right? So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be getting creative here with gold and red for this lady with the big bumper over here in my living room on Sex at 6, where you saw it here on Flex FM, the best FM. You know, Flex FM is my FM, right? It's your FM too, because you're sitting here watching my show. And if you tell a friend to tell a friend, it could be their FM too. Don't keep this secret to yourself. You gotta share, right? So ladies and gentlemen, let's give the girl with the big bumper a finishing touch here on Sex at 6. Let's just see. I don't know. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what I'm doing. That's why I'm so hesitant. But I do know what I want it to look like. So I'm just gonna we're just gonna do just little. Oh, I really hope I don't mess her up. But if I do, I know I have a lot of witnesses and we can fix this together, right? So we have down here, just make it a little squiggly because she got so much shape down here. So I figure we could kind of just do this. And you know, it's so funny, what I've learned about art is the way that it starts out is not usually the way that it finishes, of course. But like I said, red is such a seductive color. We're gonna just do some red over here. We might finish her off with some gold. Of course, you know, I'm very cultural, so I was thinking of making a few more Rasta colors, but nah. I'll see how I'll put culture in here, but not that way. So if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sex at 6. I am your host, Gabby Flex. I'm here by myself today, but I know in spirit Dr. P and Jamie are tuned in. They're just not able to be here in the studio today, and that is fine because we do have different ways of making sure the show must go on. Different ways, ladies and gentlemen. So here I am painting my Sex at 6 girl. This just in time for carnival season. Back it up. I'm gonna check here on Facebook. Let's see who's watching. And if you do have any comments, you can join us live on the chat on Facebook, and also at Flex FM, www.flexfm.online. Of course, you already know Flex FM is the best FM, and it's my FM. You can make it your FM too, right here in the studios. So of course, next week we'll definitely have a number for you to call in and join the conversation. But we're not trying to have that much conversation today. It's gonna be distracting. I'm trying to finish up my painting here because like I said, it's carnival season and we'll have Back It Up right here. It's called Back It Up. I want to give her arch a little more respect. Right? This can look like flames because it's hot. It's hot in here and this painting is hot. Right? Sometimes I'm open for ideas from people on my paintings, but not with this girl. She's too hot. Let's go down here, give her a little more flames. Just in time for carnival, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are carnival babies, you understand the importance of this arch. Definitely understand the importance of this arch. It looks so red, but we're gonna go ahead and fix this red. Let's turn it upside down a little so I can get this part done properly. But ladies and gentlemen, the good thing about art is that it doesn't usually end up the way you started. That's my favorite thing about it. It's always different in the end, right? My fellow artists can possibly relate. And you will see that when I'm finished today. So now we have the red. What we're gonna do is incorporate this gold. And this gold will just be in streaks in the red. So I'm one of those artists who like to use the same paintbrush for everything. And then end up saying no. Another one of the things that I learned is the importance of patience with art. I'm always trying to add stuff, add other colors on top of colors, when the first colors don't even dry yet. And that's what I might have to do with this. I was trying to get this color in here, but I gotta let it dry first. So that's not gonna work out. So I have to let this dry before I can even get the effect that I was looking for. But we'll just keep going because the layers might actually be good for it. I'm going to turn her back around in a second. For those of you who are just joining us, this is my carnival queen. I have so many names for this. We can call her position. We can call her back it up. We can call her wind down and touch your toe. We can call her, I don't know. What do you guys think we should call her? You can call whatever you like. So, welcome to everybody on the website. Welcome to everybody in the chat room. Sorry we're not having the conversation today with you, but I am just trying to finish this lady here. As I came with her halfway done, and I'm going to finish her today. But more importantly, I'm excited about the silhouette. That's really what I want to do. Because the idea that I have for this silhouette, so exciting. So this is actually supposed to have red and gold as well. The gold is not working out too much because the red is so strong. So I may actually have to wait for this red to dry some more. But that's okay. We'll come back to her another time. As I do with all of my pieces, I always bring her back to show you on the show. So if you don't ever get to see the finished piece, I just bring it back. But so ladies and gentlemen, today our conversation was nakedness. We were talking about nakedness here on Sex at 6. And this painting today, of course, speaks volumes for itself on nakedness, right? As you can see, there's a lot of nakedness going on here. So why are people so afraid of being naked? Ladies and gentlemen, those of you, I know there are a lot of you who are so afraid of being naked. We will continue the topic next week. So what I want you to do is either hit me up on Instagram. That's All Things Natural. Or you can hit me up on Instagram. You can even DM us in the Flex FM radio page on Instagram and put your thoughts. Why are people so afraid of nakedness? Nakedness is our topic here on Sex at 6 next week again, when we will have more guests in the house and be joined by my co-host, who will be able to be back in the studio. I'm sorry to turn my back on you guys today, but I know you want to be a part of what I'm doing, so I just figured I'd leave it. I'm messing it up. Okay, I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to let this dry, okay? My intention is to put gold throughout, like above, around her. And because it's a carnival picture, now that I'm thinking about it, I have gold pieces at home. I might just put some gold pieces here because, listen, we all understand how golden this part right here is. I won't talk about it anymore. So we're going to put this to the side. We're going to let this piece dry right here by the fireplace in the Flex FM studios. Oh wait, that's not the fireplace. The fireplace is back there, but I'm gonna put it back there in the fireplace by the fireplace a little later. I gotta let it dry when it's not close to the fire, so I'm gonna just leave it right here in the living room. I should turn her this way. Oh, one of the interesting things about this piece, ladies and gentlemen, she could sit down too, you know. And when she sits, she is equally as sexy, right? I love her. Just in time for Carnival. So any of you interested in this piece for Carnival, let me know. I can go ahead and I'll put her right here. Matter of fact, so you can watch her as she dries. Can she lean up? Yeah, you can watch her dry. So now we're gonna do that silhouette that I was talking about. I'm so excited about this silhouette, right? And I made sure that I had a nice mood today. I had to dim the lights, turn off all the lights in the house. All the flex lights are out. And everybody in the studio was able to give me this room to myself because they understand the importance of just being able to focus and concentrate when I'm doing my art. So shout out to my Flex family for giving me this time to be by myself in the studios so I can create this masterpiece here on Sex at 6 with my rated XXX shirt. So ladies and gentlemen, the silhouette that I will be doing today, I have it on my phone. I'm going to be painting just a regular silhouette, all right? And one of my favorite things about this silhouette is the fact that it's really just two colors. It's two colors, ladies and gentlemen. It's so simple. And sometimes we don't understand the simplicity in art. And, you know, in Jamaica, it's me for tell you, but I'm here to show you. I have so many of them to choose from. I wish I could take a poll today so that we could figure out which one of these I'm supposed to do. Here, looking at the time, I'm trying to figure it out myself. All right, so I think I want to do, oh my goodness. I wish I could take a vote. All right, so I'm gonna do a lady leaning over. Okay, that one, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple here in the studios. All right, so I have all this red and gold and I don't need that anymore. So we're gonna put put these paint brushes in here and just wipe this off because I'm not gonna be able to go to the bathroom and wipe this off. Just gonna do it here. So I have to get, you know, just clear up space for some new colors. So it's actually not really black and white that I'll be using. I can actually just use black, but I like to fill in that negative space sometimes. So we'll see how it goes, but it's really only going to be one color when I'm done, right? So I have this silhouette here. I would show you guys, but I'm not gonna show you yet. I'm just gonna dry it. I'm just gonna dry it. Don't need to show you. I'm just gonna put it here myself. Okay. So let the silhouette begin. Do I have black? I would cry if I didn't bring my black. I would just cry. Okay, here's black. So we're gonna do black. And I can't say I'm not excited. I actually am very excited to do this. I've never done a silhouette. See, this one new too, just for my Flex family. I can't say that I've done a silhouette like this before. This is new to me here on the Flex FM studios with my audience that I'm so grateful for. And am I nervous? A little bit, but I know I got this. So I'm gonna use, should I use a chalk and outline it first? Yes, let's do that. So I'm gonna use this chalk. I have yellow chalk, and I'm gonna use a yellow chalk to kind of just outline and highlight what I'm going to do first. I have to move the paint because my hair gets in everything. And then we're gonna talk more about the psychology of nakedness. I want to hear more, I want to talk more about nakedness, right? So let me turn my thing to the side so I don't have to turn my back to you guys here in this lovely living room. And can you see? Okay, no, I don't want you to see. So I'm just gonna draw this with chalk first, right? That way I can kind of just determine how I'm gonna be. Oh, I have to turn this back because the lighting. The chalk is yellow, of course. I have only yellow chalk, and it's hard to see the yellow. That's what I get for messing with stuff. Put my easel right back where it was before. Okay, so this lady, she kind of shapy, you know. As of course, what's the purpose of drawing her if she's not shapy? It's so funny. All women, right? All women are shapy. And it's so funny how there's so many women who are just so insecure about their bodies. So many women I can't even begin to explain. I have to make her hand a little longer. So I have this thing when I'm drawing with chalk, I like to erase with the paintbrush. Let me just erase the hand. Oh, but the chalk is wet, so it's a little hard today. It got wet on the way over here, but I'll fix that. Because guess what? I'm putting black over it, so it's not going to really matter. Okay. So here we have, this is supposed to be the neck. Try not to show you guys. I know everybody's like, what kind of woman is this? It's all right, don't worry. When you see my woman, you're going to like her. Just like you like her sister sitting down in the chair. I know you like that. I know you like that sister sitting down in the chair over there for carnival season. Wait till you see what I do with her. And I was inspired on the show a while ago to even do anything with carnival with that lady, because that's not what she was there for before. But it's okay. So this silhouette, oh gosh, the only thing about this is her angle. You see, women, we have some stand up, you see? Some breeder stand up. This lady, her posture, I have to get, that's the trick with this pose. If I don't get her posture right, she's not gonna look sexy. I'm scared, but I got this. I think that's it. Wait, this is too much. Oh no, this is way too much. I gotta put this down. See, the chalk is wet, so I have to use my eraser. So artists make mistakes too. That's why I'm happy I didn't do it with the paint. And like I said, it's yellow, but because I'm painting over it in black, it's not gonna be that much. You can't, yeah. Okay. Okay, I see a little bit. I have to make her make sure she have a nice shape, you know. this wet chalk. Oh my gosh, this is the first time. I didn't even know that my water bottle was open. And this wet chalk just not working for me today. Okay, so I think her shape is fine. I think she's good now. We're gonna just start putting some color on her. And then I'll fix her up. Yeah, I'll fix her up more as the time goes on. But first, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the psychology of nakedness. Today on Sex at 6, we're talking about nakedness. I got this naked sister over here. She is getting ready for carnival. Whether she back it up, whether she sit down, she's still about to be ready, and she's on the perfect show, Sex at 6, here with Gabby Flex, right? At the Flex FM studios. They had to leave me alone in here today, ladies and gentlemen, because there's too much nakedness going on. Wait till you see the sister's sister. Right? More melanin gonna be popping on this side. But first, let's talk about the psychology of nakedness, because apparently when we see a little bit of flesh on someone, it instantly changes how we perceive the person's mental faculties. That's what a new study is suggesting. So, are they saying that the more skin we see, it changes what we feel about this person? Let's read on. So, the human mind sees minds everywhere. Show us a collection of bouncing balls and we hallucinate agency. A glance at a stuffed animal and we endow it with a mood. I'm convinced Siri doesn't like me. You know, the point is that we're constantly translating our visual perceptions into a theory of mind as we attempt to imagine the internal states of teddy bears, microchips, and perfect strangers. So, there's an intricate connection between theorizing and sensory perception that can be a problem, especially when it comes to being naked and nakedness. So of course there are a lot of studies that are done, and in the studies that were done, we find that people actually have different perceptions depending on how much flesh they see. So in order to understand why sweaters and tank tops influence the kinds of minds we perceive, it's important to know about the different qualities we imagine in others. In general, people assess minds, and it doesn't matter if the mind is the mind of a pet, an iPhone, anything. It's just a certain perception that each of us have, right? We think of minds in terms of the ability to have experience and to feel and perceive. So what does all of this have to do with nakedness, you may ask? Well, psychologists have demonstrated that it's quite easy to shift our perceptions of people, right? And all they have to do is take their clothes off. Right? How many times, ladies and gentlemen, have you been, let's use a strip club for example, right? When you go into a strip club, some of us are not comfortable with nakedness at all, to the point where when we go into a strip club, it's so uncomfortable to the point where I've gone into the strip club before and seen people just sitting there like very stiff. Right? Those are the people that are not comfortable with nakedness. And they have some people that you go in there and they sit down and they're like, yeah man, I'm ready, right? And then you have the people who are working at the strip club, because they're all in their nakedness, barely having on any clothes at all, and they're dancing and they're entertaining, and this is what they're doing for you. So obviously they are at a different level of comfort in their nakedness. Does nakedness have to do with culture, or does nakedness have to do with your state of mind? All of these questions are going to be answered in more depth next week here on Sex at 6. But let's just touch on a little bit of it today. Here at Sex at 6. No touching going on. I'm here alone in the Flex FM studios. We're still inspiring, empowering, and entertaining here on Sex at 6, where we have our carnival ladies here and the one that I'm going to have develop right here on this canvas. So, let's talk about this experiment where 159 undergraduates were shown a variety of photos, right? Some of these photos were of an attractive female named Erin, appearing in either a headshot or a bikini. Now, other students looked at a handsome man named Aaron, glancing at either his face or his sculpted bare chest. After looking at these pictures and reading a brief description of Erin and Aaron, subjects were asked to evaluate the mental capacities of the person. Now, they answered 6 questions, which took the form, compared to the average person, how much is Erin capable of X? The X was filled in by various agency-related capacities like self-control, acting morally, and planning, and a slew of experience-related capacities such as experiencing pleasure, experiencing hunger, experiencing desire. And these participants answered these 6 questions on a 5-point scale from 1 much less capable, to 5, much more capable. So it turns out that a glimpse of flesh strongly influences our perception of Erin and Aaron. When the pictures only showed a face, they had a different reaction. When they saw the torso, they suddenly imagined them as obsessed with experience instead of being good at self-control. Isn't that crazy? They were suddenly extremely sensitive to hunger and desire. The same person, the same facial expression, and the same brief description, but a hint of body changed everything in their capabilities and what they were perceived to be able to do. So in another experiment, researchers varied the volunteers' mindset, sometimes asking them to look at the photos as if they were an online dating website, focusing on attractiveness, and sometimes asking them to look at the photos as if they were hiring for a professional job, focusing on the mind. Once again, thinking about how sexy and cute someone is, those are bodily attributes. It led students to endow them with more experience and less agency. The opposite held when people were asked to evaluate intelligence and efficiency. This research helps to clarify a long-standing debate about what happens when you look at each other's bodies. Kant, for instance, argued that sexual love makes the loved person an object of appetite. As soon as that appetite has been stilled, the person is cast aside as one casts away a lemon which has been sucked dry. Oh my goodness. Isn't that true? How many times, ladies and gentlemen, you're dying to see this person, you're dying to make love to this person, you finally get it done, and then after that it's like, nah. Well, I don't know, but from here, they're talking about the study. They said, in other words, looking at a naked person fills us with sexual desire, and that desire induces a form of mind blindness. Now that, I'm sure a lot of you can speak on. How many times looking at a naked person just make your mind just, it says, it's a word, mind blindness, okay? Instead of seeing the individual as themselves, he or she became a means to an end, nothing but a vessel for our satisfaction. So this is described as a phenomenon known as objectification, in which seeing a body turns the entire person into a physical object. This idea is frequently invoked when describing studies like this, which found that women are far more likely to appear in magazine advertisements with an attractive body, while men are typically represented by their faces. Have we noticed that most of these commercials have female bodies, and when it's showing men, it's just showing their face? But the psychological reality turns out to be a bit more complicated. While seeing a body soothes the perceptions of agency, it actually enhances perceptions of experience. Wow. So this is a lot of information. But ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, when we see someone's body, we totally have a different approach to them from when we just see their face, right? I'm sure a lot of you can attest to that. Just sitting here trying to choose my brushes. Okay, so let's get started on this silhouette. Here, we're talking about the psychology of nakedness today, right? Let's see if there are any questions in the chat room, even though I'm not really doing chat rooms today, but we can still give a little effort here, a little attention to the chat room. And thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. Okay, so let's go back to my silhouette lady here. All right, so we're gonna watch her come to life. Should do it. I hope you guys at home can see what I'm doing. These shadows. I like painting in black because it's like, I mean, even for you guys at home, you're unable to see the yellow lines. So it makes it so different. I know you're watching it in suspense, wondering what silhouette is she painting? Yeah, I'm gonna give her, she has a little character in the shape of her body and everything, but I don't really do faces, so we're just gonna do bodies. You know how Beyonce said, get me bodied? Yep, I'm about to get this little girl bodied. She is going to be bodied. It's so funny how When I say these things, sometimes I don't even realize that could be the name of my painting. Get Me Bodied. So, this is the girl that we're dealing with today. Wait. I'm trying to make sure I'm not an angle off here. Okay, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I see mistakes that I can fix without you knowing it's a mistake. So, here I have Miss Lady. And she is sitting here. She holding a little position to, you know. She waiting for her little carnival instruction. Just like her sister over there. Her sister over there. What sister look like? What's the first song that you think of when you see this picture? When you see this girl sitting here, what's the first song? I got a song that comes to mind. I don't know if the same song comes to your mind, guys, but I don't know why Spice and Shaggy song come to mind when I see her. But only because she's sitting this way. You know, if she was sitting the other way, this is really how I painted her to sit. She's supposed to be sitting like this. But when I see this, I just hear the Spice song come to mind. Ah! Turning her over. Sorry. I disturb you from drying. Ah, I got red on my hand now. That's what I get for I can't stop touching them. All right, so just to make sure I'm still on point with this silhouette, gonna come down here. Of course, you know what this is. So I like to do outlines first. I'm kind of sloppy with my outlines, and then as long as I have the outline, then I can put in the pieces. Isn't that how we kind of live our life? Just have the general idea, and then you fill in the areas after you have the outline. Yeah. The general idea of what you want. There's so much. It's crazy how you can stay here in this art studio and hear so much commotion outside and just feel safe on the inside. It's kind of like, that's how everyone should feel at home, right? I guess that's why some people leave nakedness to home, because it's so private. You know, there's so many beaches that are naked. I wonder how many of your viewers ever been. We're going to definitely talk about this. Next week, we're going to have a poll. We're going to see how many of our viewers actually have been naked in public. Have you ever been to a nude beach? You know, have you ever been to a hotel, a nude hotel? They exist. They definitely exist. I'm sure not many of us knew, but there's a whole type of life out there for nakedness. A whole type of life out there, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, my lady, she's coming along, she's coming along, she's coming along. I'm so used to having my Flex family here with me. And even though I'm so grateful for the time that they gave me, the privacy that they've given me to focus and do this painting, Flex is all about family. And it is so quiet in these studios without my Flex family. But shout out to everybody. I know everybody's at home watching. Shout out to my producers. Lady Flex, big up yourself. Jamara, big up yourself. Captain, big up yourself. Not to forget management. Big up yourself. Nigel. I mean, really and truly, all the Flex family. And some of you who I have not seen in a while. Oh, Christine, I can't wait to see what's in the closet tomorrow. For those of you who did not know, did you know that we have movie nights now? Flex has movie nights every Monday, 8 p.m. until the movie done. Grab your popcorn, invite your friends and family. This week was One Love. We had quite a few giveaways, right? We had anyone who watched the movie and was able to answer the questions that the captain dropped on his show was able to take part in the prizes, all right? Some of the prizes that I know were sponsored by BMG. We had a prize sponsored by All Things Natural. I think that one is the one that's going to be the prize to the answers for tomorrow's question. But ladies and gentlemen, movie night, it's a thing here at Flex. Grab your popcorn, get all your relatives, all your family and friends out to watch movie night. Every Monday at 8 p.m. prime time on a Monday. Who says that Mondays have to be boring? Who says that Mondays have to be a drag at the start of the week? You can look forward to Mondays. Here at the Flex FM studios, we have movie night to make your Monday end with a breeze. Oh gosh, this lady's chest. Let me fix her chest here. There are certain things you're supposed to do with a certain brush, but I'm always trying to beat the odds. You know, I'm not trying to recreate the wheel, but sometimes I just try to do it my way. Which is not always good, but because it works for me so much, I just keep doing it. All right. Listen, this better work today because I'm doing this for my Flex fam. You're going to watch her silhouette manifest in front of your eyes. What's her name? I don't know yet. We're going to figure that out together. I just want to make sure I get her shape properly. You know, it's all about the shape. And then I'll fill it in. Some of you are probably like, what is that? You'll see it when I'm done. I just need to get this shape. I'm so nervous about her shape. Only because I already messed up that shape, but it's okay. All right, see if we can make this work with her thick thighs. Thick thighs. She got some thick thighs, y'all. Not thin the thighs, just thick thighs. We're gonna make them nice and thick because she is not afraid to be naked. She is confident. I draw a confident woman. You see the arch in that back over there? She's confidently sitting on that chair. I wonder who is going to confidently bring her home. You see my lady coming along? Look at her legs. See that? Oh, man. All right. Okay. So we will fill her in. I think I got the legs. You know, this part is I gotta close her off right here. You know, this part is a little important. Gonna see how I get this closure. All right, I think I did it. Let's see how she comes together. Did I get the hips over there? Yes, I did. Did I get the waistline over here? Did I? I think I did, ladies and gentlemen. What shall we call her? Hippiana? I don't understand. All these names come to me while I'm fixing her. She's a little fixer. Just go ahead and fill this in. I could put the finishing touches on later. Because what happens is with this wet chalk, it's starting to try to come off in the black. But that's okay because it makes it look a little chalky, dusty. And I don't mind that. It adds character. You know I'm all things natural. When you don't see me wearing a rated XXX shirt, you see me wearing an all things natural shirt right here in the Flex Studios. Or you see me wearing a Flex shirt. Whatever it is, you already know I have to represent. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flex family could not stay away. Joined in the studios here by one of my Flex family members. I am so glad to have you. Thank you for coming. It's the ladies, huh? The ladies brought you. The milkshake brought you to the yard. They just can't stay away. Loving my Flex family, ladies and gentlemen. We just cannot be alone. But let me tell you, these ladies here, just in time for Carnival. Listen, if you don't follow my art, you know what? I don't really even put my stuff on social media, but I guess that's the only way to offer it to you guys. Because I have some pieces that I could do for Carnival. It's Carnival season. I should actually put my Carnival pieces out. Got this lady, you see how she pulls off? She ready for Carnival. Ready, ready, ready. All right. So, trying to decide if I should call her Thickiana. Thickiana. Not sure, ladies and gentlemen, but she looking like she trying to compete with her sister over there. You see your sister sitting in the living room chair? Sex at 6 family, I hope you know that this lady is for you. I did her hair on Sex at 6, inspired by my Sex at 6 audience today. Thickiana. I want to make her other arm a little thicker. Let's see. Should I? I don't want to mess her up though. Jeez. The space. I can't manage. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure. It's so crazy with art how you could create them how you want. So if I want her to stay so thick, this is Sex at 6. We could say whatever we want. If she want to keep the pH to her fatness, we could do that because I'm the artist. So one of these days I'm going to have the audience vote because Thickiana got her own shape going on over here. Her own shape. I don't want to mess up her hips too much. So when I'm doing angles like that, I have to hold my breath. That's why you don't hear me talking when I'm doing the lines. I gotta hold my breath, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm so grateful for such an audience that stays tuned. Even when I'm drawing my lines and holding my breath. Yo, look at them hips. Look at the hips on her. You see that? Do you see them hips? She definitely Thickiana. This is Thickiana. Hey, shout out to Pinterest. All I gotta do is put my little spin on things that I find there, and I can name them what I want, do what I want. Shout out for the Pinterest inspiration. And yeah, I'm the person that keep touching it until it mess up. I gotta really stop sometimes. Because before I know it, her legs done met in the middle and stuff. I gotta really be careful. See what I'm talking about? Legs almost meeting. Because I keep touching it. Stop, Gabby, stop. I know somebody's at home right now like, stop. All right, I'm just gonna, should I make her arm thicker? That's what I'm wondering. Let me see. I gotta stand back and look. But ladies and gentlemen, nakedness. Do these ladies look afraid to be naked? They are not afraid to be naked. The psychology of nakedness. There we have my sex at 6. We're gonna call her 6. No, that's lame. Flicks. I gotta dedicate her to the show. By the time we finish, we're not even gonna need to be set up in this nice living room. We're just gonna have all these naked paintings for Sex at 6 background. We're gonna set it up in one of our studios and just have Sex at 6 paintings. All right. So let me just fix her hand right here. Matter of fact, I got just a few more changes to make to it. Let's put her boob down a little bit more. Just a little bit. Bring it around. There we go. Perfect boob. I know you guys, ladies, don't you wish you could just fix your boobs like this? You could just use a paintbrush and just make it look how you want it to look. Yep. That's why I love art. Because I could do whatever I like. Okay. Her arm is driving me crazy. I'm sorry, but I have to fix her arm. How many times I say her arm and I don't touch it yet? I'm about to fix her arm. She look a little retarded on her arm. Let's give her arm a little more something. I mean, it's a silhouette, so it could look. Okay, wait. All right, Gabby, don't show up on the silhouette now. So, there we go. Okay, so I feel a little better about her arm, even though it's still up there, and she look juke up. Let's close the arm a little bit more. I hate the way I obsess over things, and I think I'm in the middle of obsessing over this arm, guys. Okay, I'm gonna leave the arm. The arm does not make or break the picture. Gabby, leave Thickiana's arm. Let me fix her shoulder. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Thickiana. Oh, wait. I see what else I did. All right, you heard how long I took to breathe? I was making a very important adjustment. So I think I'm done. I really want to be done. I could touch her forever. Like all night I'll be sitting here making adjustments to this. But guess what? All the problems I see, a person who loves this is not gonna see. And that's the importance of perception, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm starting to mess it up for real. That's the importance of perception. Because art belongs to the, what is it? The eye of the beholder? So, we're going to leave her like this. And just call it a night. Because I don't need to touch anything else. And for those of you who are interested in this piece, she will be available after I put the finishing touches on. I think I'm going to call her Thickiana. But if we call her Thickiana, then what we going to call this girl over here? Because I think she's ready for the gold now. So we do have 7 minutes and counting. But I am going to put the gold on her, Thickiana. So we have Thickiana silhouette. I gotta fix the bottom part, but silhouette here. She's gonna sit, it's her turn to sit in the chair. And then I'm gonna fix. So we were either gonna call her, dumper truck. Woo! Oh my goodness, I know so many guys out there right now are looking like, I swear I know her. I know her. I know her. Yeah, probably some of you know her, but for today, she belongs on Sex at 6. And we're going to finish her up. Finish her. All right, so that gold, remember I was telling you how important it is to be patient? Now that the red has dried, I can put gold on top. And the gold is sitting on top nicely. I don't know. Should I have put, this is just so tricky. Sometimes you're not sure what will work from what won't. But I like gold. And if this gold paint on top of it doesn't work, then I'm gonna add the gold pieces and that will work. Will it be too busy? Probably. But somebody will like it. And guess what? Carnival is busy. You ever seen them carnival costumes? Carnival is busy, so don't let that fool you. Carnival is a busy time of year. And these are my carnival people right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy I'm feeling the love virtually. I'm so happy that you could join me today on my painting journey here on Sex at 6, where I try to talk to you about nakedness. We didn't get too much into the topic, but we learned a few things today. That if someone is just showing their face as opposed to, well, no. Let me take that back. Not just someone. Women. On commercials, you mostly see women, silhouette of women, the bodies of women. And when you see men, you only see their face. That's okay, guys. But it's crazy because that's a blessing and a curse for women because we are objectified. I should say subjectified as well to so much because of that. And that's a topic that we're going to talk about in such great detail next week. Because as a woman, you know, there's so many things that we have to consider when getting dressed to go out. A man can get dressed to go out and not have to consider the same things that a woman has to consider, you know? So the power of nakedness. And then again, you have some women who just go out there naked. Like, sometimes I go out and I wonder, like, where were you? Did you forget your outfit? You know? So the power of nakedness, the psychology of nakedness. Nakedness, ladies and gentlemen, it's a thing. Sex sells. How many of you, when you turned on the TV and you saw this on here and you said, ooh, Sex at 6 are gone today? Because you see nakedness. I got on an R-rated XXX shirt. You see our next silhouette over there, half nakedness. You know, I got on black tights in a black room. Probably some of y'all think I'm naked down there. Naked. Sex sells, right? So next week we're going to talk about the power of nakedness. And why does sex sell? Why does sex sell? What is the psychology? What does the brain tell us when faced with nakedness and silhouettes and things of that nature? What does it tell you? How do you feel when you see someone naked? I'm sure many of us driving on the road, if you see someone walking on the side of the road, what's the first thing you're going to do if they're naked? You're going to double take. Either because you want to see them or because you're wondering what's wrong with them. Nakedness in public is not something that's usual, right? It's not a norm in this society here, in this culture here in America. It's not necessarily something that we see every day, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to enjoy your nakedness. You can't see the gold that I put on here. It's not popping the way I want it to. So maybe I'm going to put the gold strips on here, but we'll see. Like I said earlier, I got to make it dry. So we'll see how that turns out. But I appreciate the fact that you actually stayed with me to see me add the background to this, to highlight her derriere. Please send in your comments, any names that you think I should name them. I thought this was Thickiana right here. I thought this was Dumper Truck right here. Let me know. Drop your comments in the chat room, or you can send them to our DMs, Flex FM Radio on Instagram, or you can DM me, All Things Natural on Instagram, and let me know. I will be having a picture of this painting. Oh, I gave you my personal Instagram. Go to Real McCoy Gear for my artwork. I will be having pictures of these paintings, and you can drop in the comment section what you think the names should be, right? So, tentative, Thickiana. Tentative, Dumper Truck. No, Bumper Truck. So we will see what is chosen. Next week, these ladies will be back in-house for our part 2 on nakedness. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Flex FM studios on Sex at 6. Gabby Flex bringing it to you live in the Flex FM studios, where we inspire, empower, and entertain. Please be sure to join us again next week here on Sex at 6. Have a good week. Bye.
Vaccine, come for your vaccine. Now your back arching, the syringe gone in. Vaccine, I get a vaccine. Vaccine, I get a vaccine. Vaccine, come for your vaccine. Now your back arching, the syringe gone in. Vaccine.
Yes, tax season is here again. Do you need superior service that offers more than just tax filing? Well, look no further. Come to the Barrett Group. Your filing experts await you as they give you the very best in tax preparation. They're authorized IRS e-filers, electronic filing, direct deposits,